£40,000 a year. For a lot of people in the UK, it is the number. The salary they have been working towards for years. The one that is supposed to finally feel like financial freedom. And in some ways it does. But in 2026, £40,000 is also the salary that exposes more clearly than any other just how much of a difference financial habits make. Because two people on identical £40,000 salaries living in the same city can end up in completely different financial positions within a decade based almost entirely on what they choose to do with the money after tax. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what £40,000 looks like in practice, what becomes possible with it, and what determines whether it builds real wealth or simply funds a more comfortable version of living paycheck to paycheck. Let's establish the baseline. On a £40,000 gross salary in 2026, here's what comes out. Income tax. You pay 20% on everything above the £12,570 personal allowance. On £40,000, that means tax on £27,430, which works out to approximately £5,486 per year. National insurance. You pay 8% on earnings between £12,570 and £50,270. On £40,000, that means NI on £27,430, coming to approximately £2,194 per year. Workplace pension. At the auto-enrolment minimum of 5% employee contribution on qualifying earnings. Your pension contribution is approximately £1,682 per year on a £40,000 salary. Total deductions come to approximately £9,362 per year, leaving a net take-home pay of approximately £30,638 per year, or around £2,553 per month, compared to £2,274 per month on a £35,000 salary. The additional take-home pay from a £5,000 gross increase is £279 per month. And looking at the full journey from £20,000, a £20,000 increase in gross salary over a career delivers £1,100 per month in additional take-home pay. That is the cumulative reward for income growth across the series. Real, meaningful, but always less than the gross figure suggests. One important note for anyone earning above £40,000. As you move towards £50,000, your personal allowance begins to be tapered away, meaning effective tax rates increase significantly above that threshold. We will cover the £50,000 salary and the high income child benefit charge in a future video. For now, £40,000 sits comfortably within the standard basic rate band, and the calculations above apply straightforwardly. At £40,000, we continue with the one-bedroom flat baseline from the £35,000 video as the most realistic living situation for someone at this income level. Housing, £800 per month for a one-bedroom flat including bills. In higher cost cities, this will be more. In lower cost areas, it may be less. Food, £220 per month. A slight increase reflecting both higher quality food choices and the reality that food spending tends to drift upward gradually with income. Transport, £120 per month. At this income level, a modest car becomes more financially viable alongside or instead of public transport. We are using a figure that reflects either a reasonable public transport cost or partial car cost averaged monthly. Mobile phone, £25 per month. Essential outgoings total approximately £1,165 per month, leaving £1,388 from our £2,553 take-home pay. After essential expenses, £1,388 remains each month. After discretionary spending of £350 to £450, which increases modestly at this income level to reflect a more comfortable lifestyle, between £938 and £1,038 per month is available for saving and investing. This is a genuinely powerful position to be in financially, close to £1,000 per month of potential savings in investment capacity if lifestyle costs are managed deliberately. The risk at £40,000 is the same as at every previous salary level, only the numbers are bigger. Lifestyle inflation. A nicer flat at £1,000 per month instead of £800. A car that costs £400 per month instead of £120. A social life that costs £500 per month instead of £400. None of these are unreasonable individually, but together they can absorb the entire surplus, leaving someone on £40,000 saving no more than someone on £28,000 who kept their costs in check. Here is the full picture across all 6 salary levels in this series. On £20,000, take-home pay is £1,453 per month. Savings potential approximately £100 to £200 per month. On £25,000, take-home pay is £1,716 per month. Savings potential approximately £200 to £400 per month. On £28,000, Take-home pay is £1,883 per month. Savings potential approximately £300 to £500 per month. On £30,000, take-home pay is £1,995 per month. Savings potential approximately £400 to £600 per month. On £35,000, take-home pay is £2,274 per month. Savings potential approximately £500 to £800 per month. On £40,000, take-home pay is £2,553 per month. Savings potential approximately £600 to £1,000 per month. Three things stand out from this complete picture. First, the tax system consistently delivers less take-home pay improvement than the gross salary increase implies. A £20,000 improvement in gross salary from £20,000 to £40,000 delivers £1,100 per month in additional take-home pay, not £1,667, as the gross figures might suggest. Second, the savings potential range widens significantly at higher salaries because lifestyle choices play a larger role. The difference between someone on £40,000 who saves £200 per month and someone who saves £1,000 per month is not income. It is habits. Third, even at the lowest salary in this series, saving and investing is possible. It requires more discipline at lower incomes. But the principle is the same at every level. Let's put the long-term picture on this salary into concrete terms. Imagine someone who reaches £40,000 at age 30 and commits to saving and investing £600 per month consistently for the next 10 years, split across a stocks and shares ISA, and an increased pension contribution. At a 7% average annual return, £600 per month invested for 10 years grows to approximately £104,000. That is not counting pension growth separately, or any LISA bonuses, just the ISA contribution alone. Add in a workplace pension growing at the same rate with both employer and employee contributions, and a LISA with government bonuses and total financial assets, after 10 years of deliberate saving on a £40,000 salary, could reasonably reach £150,000 to £200,000. That is not a guarantee. Returns vary, life happens, and assumptions change. But it is a realistic illustration of what a decade of deliberate financial behaviour looks like on this salary, and it represents a genuinely life-changing level of financial security by age 40 for most UK adults. Across every salary in this series, one theme has emerged consistently. The biggest determinant of financial outcomes is not income. It is the decision of what to do with the gap between what you earn and what you spend. On £20,000, that gap is small and every pound matters. On £40,000, that gap is large enough that neglecting it is easy and common. The one decision that separates people who build wealth on £40,000 from those who do not is simple. Automate your savings on payday before you have a chance to spend them. Treat your savings contribution as a non-negotiable monthly outgoing, the same way you treat rent or a phone bill. What goes into savings and investments on payday is not available to spend. Everything else is yours. That one decision, applied consistently at every income level throughout a working life, is the single most reliable path to financial security available to any UK adult, regardless of salary. To bring it all together, on a £40,000 salary in 2026, your take-home pay is approximately £2,553 per month. After essential expenses, you have around £1,388 remaining. A realistic savings and investment target is £600 to £1,000 per month if lifestyle costs are managed deliberately. Over 10 years of consistent saving and investing at this income level, a total financial asset base of £150,000 to £200,000 is achievable. And the one decision that determines whether that happens is whether you automate your savings before your spending adjusts to absorb them. That wraps up the Budget and Build UK salary series. From £20,000 to £40,000, the same principles apply at every level. Spend less than you earn, save the difference deliberately, invest it for the long term. The numbers change, the principles do not. If this series has helped you understand your own salary and what is possible with it, subscribing takes 2 seconds and means you won't miss a video. We post twice a week on making your money work harder in the UK, and next up we are moving into our cost of living series, starting with a real numbers breakdown of what it actually costs to live in different UK cities in 2026.